Hey guys, I'm Brittany Hughes. You're watching MRC TV, and this is your reality check. Last week alone, a terrorist planted several bombs around a few New York and New Jersey neighborhoods. One went off in Manhattan, injuring dozens of people. Another Muslim terrorist went on a stabbing spree in a Minnesota mall. Riots erupted in Charlotte over the shooting death of a black man, after which a bunch of morons with no sense of decency again decided that looting the local Walmart was the best way to respond to the situation. And to cap off the week, a Turkish immigrant shot and killed 5 people in a Washington mall on Friday, and police have yet to rule out terrorism as a motive. But while crazy people were setting off bombs and shooting up malls, and rioters were chucking bottles and rocks at cops and looting their local grocery stores, President Obama was busy addressing our biggest threat: climate change. Yep, in the middle of a violent week filled with blood and fear, Obama released a memorandum on our most terrible global boogeyman. Under the president's new executive move, more than 20 federal agencies and offices will now be required to address climate change as a national security threat. Obama actually created a climate change panel made up of officials from multiple federal agencies, whose job will be to powwow with one another and discuss how America can best tackle global warming while further destroying our own energy sector. And of course, this includes talking about how America can spend more of our own money to help other countries who can't deal with climate change on their own. Never mind that in the last 9 months alone, 4 separate scientific studies from groups across 4 different countries determined that there is no evidence of a rise in sea level thanks to man-made climate change, and that the Earth has actually gained coastal land over the last 30 years. NASA has repeatedly stated that the ice caps in Antarctica have grown to record levels since 2011. In fact, the ice caps have grown more ice than they've lost. And by NASA's own data, the overall global temperature has risen by less than 0.4 degrees in the last 16 years, as best they can tell. But it's cool. We'll just ignore the constant increase in terror attacks that pose an actual threat to our lives. Yeah, let's just brush off the fact that in a world of radical Islam and homemade bomb makers, we have a border that's about as helpful as a paper bag in a rainstorm. It's fine that we've lost tens of thousands of jobs to this administration's assault on American energy, replacing good-paying coal jobs with a bunch of eagle-killing turbines that take more resources to build than they'll ever produce in their lifetimes. So thanks, Mr. President. Thanks for once again shoving a baseless, senseless, and completely useless liberal agenda down our throats on our dime. It's just fantastic that our government is more worried about saving us from non-existent environmental calamity than the actual current threat of getting blown up by some nutbag Islamist. And of course, we'll all be unable to protect ourselves thanks to the never-ending war on the Second Amendment, so that's nice. And I guess we don't actually need firearms since you can't shoot a hurricane. We really appreciate you taking all of our jobs and shutting down any fossil fuel project that has a prayer of making us energy independent. That's just awesome. Thanks for having our backs and creating a taxpayer-funded panel to address the national security threat of non-existent man-made climate change. Because God knows we don't have anything more pressing to worry about. And that's your reality check, America. Stay sane out there. Thanks so much for watching. You can find more videos just like this one on our YouTube page or at mrctv.org. And as always, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.